from the very moment your significant other's gaze met yours. They experienced an instantaneous and powerful bond, an emotional resonance that may have surpassed your own initial feelings, despite them not voicing this outright. It's entirely plausible that at the beginning, your relationship was nothing more than a platonic friendship. Or perhaps you had only just begun to get to know one another. But as time unfolds and communication flows freely between you, the true extent of their affection, which has been nurtured over time, will become unmistakably clear to you. Your significant other harbors no doubts whatsoever. In their heart, they know with unwavering certainty that you are their forever choice, their endgame. They hold a strong conviction that your emotions mirror their own, that the gravitational pull you feel towards each other is mutual. They have no desire to erase you from their memory or to let the connection fade into obscurity. Instead, a profound sense of joy envelops them whenever thoughts of you cross their mind. This joy acts as a catalyst, spurring them on to lay bare their feelings, to be vulnerable and open with you about the depth of their love. Nevertheless, beneath this layer of contentment and assuredness, there lingers a shadow of remorse and yearning, a haunting specter of what could have been. They acknowledge that there have been times when they were misguided by the well-intentioned but ultimately misdirected counsel of others. This interference led to periods of stagnation and confusion in your relationship, casting a fog over the clarity and progress you both deserved. Presently, they find themselves grappling with a profound sense of loss, a result of the silence that has befallen your interactions. They feel a painful disconnect, as if a chasm has opened up between you, perhaps compounded by actions such as blocking or ghosting, which have severed the lines of communication. These barriers have left them feeling isolated and bereft, longing for the intimacy and closeness that was once so palpable between you. Amidst the quietude that now separates you, their mind is awash with reflections on the past and thoughts of what they could have done differently. They rue the decisions made in moments of confusion, decisions that led to avoidance and the creation of emotional barriers rather than open dialogue. They are tormented by the thought that they chose to withdraw into silence, to block out the world, and, in doing so, inadvertently blocked out the light you brought into their life. They lament the lost opportunities to share their circumstances with you candidly, to provide you with the understanding you deserved, rather than leaving you in the dark with their seemingly inexplicable actions. The regret they carry is not only for the moments lost or the words left unsaid, but also for the pain that their actions, or lack thereof, may have caused you. They long to rectify the missteps, to reach out and bridge the gap that has formed, to heal the wounds inflicted by misunderstandings and miscommunications. They wish to reclaim the connection that once felt unshakable, to rebuild the trust that has been shaken by their own doing. As they ponder the future, your person envisions a renewed bond, one strengthened by the trials and tribulations you both have endured. They dream of a time when they can once again share their life openly with you, without the barriers of regret and longing standing in the way. They yearn for the chance to demonstrate through their actions and words that their commitment to you is unfaltering, that their love is as steadfast as ever. In their heart, they hold on to the hope that you too, still feel the resonance of the bond you once shared, and that despite the silence and the distance, the embers of your connection still smolder, ready to be reignited. They are prepared to take the necessary steps to mend what has been broken, to clear the air of past grievances, and to start anew with a sense of purpose and a promise of unconditional love and understanding. For them, it has always been you, and it will always be you regardless of the obstacles that have momentarily stood in your way. It is with a heavy heart and a profound sense of regret that I reflect upon the way I once conducted myself. A realization that now pierces my soul with a sharpness that I cannot escape. In my ignorance, I failed to recognize your intrinsic value, to cherish you as the regal empress you inherently are. With every passing moment, I am haunted by the recollection of the disappointments I sowed, the pain I heedlessly inflicted, not only upon your gentle spirit, but upon my own as well. These missteps now weigh heavily upon me, their consequences unfurling like a relentless storm, rendering my existence hollow and barren. My life, once brimming with dreams and expectations, now languishes in a desolate standstill, the foundations I so carelessly constructed having crumbled to dust around me. It is a devastation that feels as swift and total as if all I held dear were wrenched from my grasp in mere seconds. I stand before the stark truth of my past blindness, a blindness that eclipsed the light of what was most precious. The life I assembled around me, once a source of pride, now rings hollow, a mocking shell devoid of true worth. In my folly, I was oblivious to the fact that you were the treasure I had fervently sought in my deepest prayers. My lack of maturity, a traitorous companion, led me down a path where I pushed away the most valuable of gifts, your presence in my life. I must confess, although the words never previously found passage through my lips, that my heart and soul are irrevocably intertwined with yours. There exists no comparison, no measure that can adequately convey the magnitude of love and kindness you extended to me during the most tempestuous and shadow-laden phase of my existence. The warmth you offered was a beacon in the darkness, yet I, wrapped in my own selfishness and mired in pride, was too obstinate, too arrogant to reciprocate that love in the manner you so rightfully deserved. My hubris formed an impenetrable barrier that not only prevented me from recognizing the depth of my errors, but also from seeking the humility needed to correct them.